I am Batman. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. I have a review of a palette today. I don't do a lot of videos on just one palette, but when I do, it's because it's a really special palette. And it is this palette. Haha, you can't see what it is. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this palette. It is the Natasha Denona My Dream Palette. Okay, I know already that I'm gonna be like the 897,000th person to put out a review of this palette. I have a little gripe. I have a little bit of some complaining to do. So, I mean, what's the internet for if not to complain a little bit, right? Anyways, so I ordered this. This palette came out a day early on the app, on September 6th on the app. And so I ordered it on the app at like midnight. So it was technically like September 5th. I was still awake from September 5th. And then I ordered it September 6th at midnight. And I was like, yes, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this palette before everyone else. And then I'm actually gonna be able to get this palette up and review it and like have a new item for my channel. This is gonna be amazing. Well, it's been nine days. And now I have it. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't pay for expedited shipping. Yeah, it sat in Kansas for like 4 days. I mean, normally I don't care about shipping. I'm like, whatever, it'll get to me when it gets to me. But this time I was actually like, I'm gonna get this palette out and I'm gonna be with all the people who get their palettes out right away. No. So I figured I have to be a little tiny bit different than everybody else, right? So everybody else has done like all of the swatches and comparing and contrasting to the other Natasha Denona palettes. I'm not gonna be doing that. There's 800 million videos already out about that. I'm just gonna do a 5 looks with this palette. I don't actually even have that on my channel yet. I do have a 4 looks with the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 3 palette last year. And actually I ordered that one too. That one's coming in the mail. And that one, like, I actually even thought, oh, that one might get here before this one, because this one took forever. Okay, so now enough of me complaining. Let's actually just do this. I don't have any 5 looks 1 palettes on my channel, so let's do it. I haven't planned ahead what I'm gonna do, because I feel like this is better. This is like, when I pick up this palette, I'll be like, hey, what do I wanna do? And I'll just put it on my eye. I have really been getting into halo eye looks. So I think I'm going to, normally I rarely do a halo eye, but I've been getting into it. So I think we'll have some halo eye looks and it's gonna be fun. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around because I'm gonna do 5 looks with this palette. I'm gonna do one eye, another eye, wipe it off, one eye, another eye, wipe it off, and then a look on both eyes. Although it is 7:52 at night right now, so it's not like I'm going anywhere, but I'm doing 5 looks. I'm doing it because I wanna be, I don't know, I haven't seen, personally, from the people I'm subscribed to, I haven't seen a 5 looks 1 palette yet. And I'm going to film this video, edit this video, and upload this video, so it is up for my download tomorrow. I'm insane, but I don't know, I just really wanted it. I really wanted this palette to get up. Wow, my palette's a little dirty already. There's like shadow on the outside. That's not really a great sign. It's beautiful though, so there's shadow on this side, but everything looks fine. Here we go. I do have on all of my makeup except for eye stuff. Like I did put on an eyeshadow primer. I have the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow primer and my eyes are gonna be burning at the end of this. So let's play that game. I'm gonna start with just the everyday look that I would do. This is a look that I would do if I'm in a hurry and I'm just going out the door. So it's going to be, I'm gonna go in the center here and start with Unity, right here with this peachy color. And we're just going to do a transition, everyday look, which is gonna be a highlight in the inner corner, a dark color in the outer corner, bam, it's gonna be great. This is a Refer number 1 brush. It's a really good brush for my transition. Then I'm going to get a brush that I don't have any color on. It has residual color, but it's clean-ish to just blend that out. Then we are going to go with Aspiration. Let's mix Aspiration and Familia together and just kind of, there's a dog hair to just get that outer corner. Some of these I might actually even use my Sephora tape because I really like to have like a pretty shape. But this one is my, like this is just a look that I would go to in a hurry. So dark color in the outer corner. Take that not so much empty brush. This is why this brush has color on it. Let's get that a little bit darker still. Whoopsie. And I'm going to take that and I'm also going to go under. Just on the tip of my brush and go under my eye. Great. Okay. Then with my finger, I'm going to go into just an inner corner highlight. And I'm choosing between Thrill and Spontaneous. So I'm going to get both of them on my finger because I haven't swatched this whole palette out. So Thrill, that seems to be more of a topper shade. So we're going to go with Spontaneous in the inner corner, and I'm probably going to top it with Thrill. Yeah, this one has more of a base. I have really long nails on right now, and it's making it a little bit harder. Okay, let's see. I would like this Risk shade. Just put it like as a little mixer shade between that really bright inner corner and my dark outer corner. Yeah, that's nice. And go back in with Spontaneous. Great, now top it off with Thrill. Thrill seems to, as I've seen other people talk about in their videos, it has a tiny, tiny bit of a flip to it. Not a lot. It's like a minor little flip. Okay, I loved that. A little Refer number 23 brush. I'm gonna take Spontaneous and just put it in the inner corner. Now, I would do a wing on this one. I don't need a wing, but I want one. I'm gonna do a purple wing because I like purple. So this is Cella and purple. I'm gonna do that off screen because wings are hard. Okay, so there's the finished eye look. As expected, my wing kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger as I tried to fix it, and I just was like, I'm done. I'm done, I have to stop. Also, I decided just to go with mascara because I was doing a wing, might as well go with mascara. So here is the finished eye look number 1, and this is my everyday go-to look. Probably without not as big of a wing as this normally, but you know, life happens, right? Look number 1. Let's go for look number 2. I'm gonna do a halo eye because I can, and I just feel like let's do it maybe every other or something like that. So I went with Unity in as my transition shade last time. Let's go with Nurture as my transition shade this time. Nice. It's a nice, like, taupey brown. And hopefully, maybe by doing this, I will be able to have used every shade in the palette. I think that'll be great. And then I can, I don't know, because it takes me a long time because I've been trying to do my makeup every day. But I don't normally I don't have to wear makeup every day because I don't go into work every day. I work from home a lot. But I've been setting a goal to try to do my makeup more because I have a lot of makeup and I want to wear it. Okay, that is beautiful. Okay, we are going to do a halo eye. And I was thinking this Instinct on the outside corners and then something gold in the middle with Invention. So let's go with Instinct. And this is one of the cream to powder shades. Oh, almost went with the wrong eye. Wasn't that funny? You can tell that's the eye I normally start with because I'm right-handed. Oh, I think I was gonna put on tape. We'll do that next time. Pretty, pretty. This is a really pretty, like, fruit punch rosy red. Now I need to put that kind of in the transition a little bit. So now with my finger, I'm gonna go with Invention. And I'm seeing how much pigment it has. It does look like it's more, it's kind of a topper shade. So we're gonna try it and we'll see how much base it has. Wrong one again. And I lost this nail. The other nail stayed on, but I lost that one. And I think it's fine actually. It's kind of nice to have one nail to like put on the dog's leashes and stuff. I don't know. It's just nice. It doesn't look as good, but it's nice to not have one really long nail. Also, it fell off behind my bed and I'm gonna have to like move my mattress to get it, and it's just not gonna happen. Okay, so this is kind of a trust the process with halo eyes, is you have to keep working on it until you get what you want. I've noticed that as I've been doing them. Because it gets out of control with the two corners, and then I go in with the middle shade, and then that gets out of control. And I just keep fussing with it until I get what I want. And I have to say that this is a pretty neutral palette, but this is a pretty colorful eye look from this palette, so I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm kind of getting this idea about the 5 looks 1 palette. I mean, I came up to just do 5 looks by myself, but Patty Alonso does these. So I will put her channel in my description box to give her some like kudos. Okay, so that is where that is at. And I'm going to put just the tip of my brush and get it under here. And the tip under here, just to mimic what the top of the eye is doing. Then a tiny refer brush, and we're going to take that same Invention shade and put it in the middle here. It might have been better to spray the brush because this is kind of a flaky shade, but it looked like it was working more in the camera. Then I looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, maybe it's kind of working. Okay, I'm gonna put on mascara. I don't think this one needs a liner. I think it's va-va-voom enough. So I'm gonna put on mascara and I'll show you the finished look. Okay, here is finished look number 2. I think it's really pretty. I really like it. I will, at the end of the video, talk about which one is my favorite. We'll get there. All right, I'm gonna wash this off and then we will start with blank canvas. That was the least fun part of this video, was scraping all that off and putting more stuff on. So this is a learning experience for me. I also took my color switch over my brushes that I've been using. Oh man, this is not staying. And so hopefully my brushes won't have tons of color in them. Okay, which I have not used a bunch of these colors yet. So we're gonna go with a non-halo. No, let's do a halo, non-halo, and then our last one will be halo. Okay, I just made the decision for myself. So we're gonna go with another halo eye. Okay, great. We are going to go with, let's go with edgy. And then maybe, I haven't decided what I'll put in the middle. And as you guys probably, the best color in this entire palette is this one, this Vision one, because it's duochrome, green to purple. So I'm gonna use that one last. I do have every intention of using it. It'll just be last. Okay, so we're gonna go with Carpe Diem. I feel like there's 3 really obvious transition shades in this palette. And those are them. We have Unity, Nurture, and Carpe Diem. And you guys could see I put on tape this time. And you know, since I'm doing 2 different color looks, it doesn't even really matter if my tape is even or not. Because that's always a thing, like getting the tape even. It's always a thing. So I have a fun story. My son is really into Batman right now, and he has been wanting to We let him watch, he's 12, we let him watch the newest Batman with Robert Pattinson. And my husband has always made jokes about Batman, that like Batman is so funny because he takes off his mask and he has black all around his eyes, but they never show that, you know, except for in this movie they did. And my husband loved it. He loved that it was really accurate. So my son, he is like one of the most creative people I know. I guess he got some of it from me. Some of it is just his own beautiful creativity, along with edgy. And he loves to make his own costumes. I think it came because when he was little, we used to buy him costumes, but he changes his mind a lot. He would change his mind and want to do a new obsession, a new costume, like every month. And we just couldn't keep up. We kept up with a couple of them, but then it was just like, I'm sorry, honey, like we can't buy you costumes every month. We don't have the money for that. Especially when we were, you know, younger and closer to more being newly married, we were poorer. And so we just couldn't keep up with it. So he got creative and started like creating his own costumes out of shirts. He would like turn his shirts inside out and put tape on them and create his own costumes. And he still does that to this day. So he's been creating his own Batman costume because he wants to be Batman for Halloween. And so he's going to create his own costume. Okay, great. That looks great. So I'm going to go with babies in the middle. I think it's really pretty. Anyways, wow, this looks very similar to the other one. I really didn't want that. Maybe we'll mix Serenity and babies because I just don't want it to look exactly like the other one that we had. Anyway, so he has been making his own Batman costume, and he has a face mask that he created out of felt. And so he wants to be really authentic. So he has been asking me for black eyeshadow so he could be authentic. So I gave him some black eyeshadow. I had a single shadow that was a black eyeshadow and I gave it to him and I said, okay, here you go. And my kids, like, they know good quality when they see it, because he was at first just using his fingers, and then he was like, without asking me, he was like, you know what, I want a brush. So he went into my collection and he found a Refer brush, and he's putting on just goops of black eyeshadow with a nice Refer brush. These Refer brushes are like $30 a piece. Like, this is a nice brush. I was like, no, you couldn't have just got one of my drugstore brushes. You had to get one of my Refer brushes. Just, my kids know quality. Because my daughter, she likes to take my makeup. And oh wow, that blended amazingly. She takes my makeup and she took one of my MAC blushes, not one of my drugstore brushes, one of my like $30 MAC blushes. Well, I love my children. And she squished it. It was one of the Glow Play ones that are kind of a cream to powder formula. I wasn't happy. Okay, so that's as far as I'm gonna go do with that. And it's funny because in the first Halo eye look, I used Instinct and Invention. And this one I used Edgy and Babies and Serenity. And I feel like the effect is very similar. So are some of these shades a little repetitive? Yes, probably. I'm going to put on a liner and mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, there it's done. I have the wing and I have mascara on. I kind of got the idea mostly because I went downstairs to ask my family which one of the other two eye looks they liked the best, and they said they liked the halo, but they also liked the wing. So that's, I guess, what kind of happened. We have a wing and the halo eye. So it's kind of a combination of the last two looks. Although I really did use all different shadows. It just doesn't look that different. I think that this one looks really, really good with my green eyes. Like, it makes them like, boom, green eyes. I really like it. I used this new liner I got from ColourPop. It is in the shade like navy or something. It's called Crazy, but it's kind of a navy shade, and it has the most precise tip on this thing. This wing was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to create. We're gonna try to use colors we haven't used before. So I haven't used Black is Black. I've used all of these except for Black is Black. I've used all of those. Okay, let's go with Familia. Familia. It's a little bit dark for transition shade, which is fine. I think that, I don't know. I don't know what this look is. I actually know what I'm gonna do for the next one. So this one, I'm kind of at a loss for myself. I don't know. I am just gonna wing it. Get it? Because it's a wing? Oh my gosh, I'm so funny. Okay, so I have a transition, and now I have my brush with less pigment in it. I didn't put any new pigment in it. It's just old pigment because I do this every time. Okay, now I'm going to take Familia again. Maybe I mixed, no I did, I mixed Familia and Aspiration. Oh, I did, I remember that. Okay, now we're just gonna take plain old Familiar, not with Aspiration, and we're just gonna pack that into my outer corner. And I always, when I don't usually take the time to do the tape here, because first of all, I don't like tape on my eye. It drives me nuts. But like, it's just an extra step. But oh man, I feel so much more secure putting this outer corner color in, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's not gonna go everywhere because I put I put that wing down, that paper down. Okay, Black is Black and Vision are gonna be on my last look. So you know what, we're just going to, let's do Invention again. And we're gonna have a very warm autumn look here, because we're gonna go Invention. Oh, this is such, this is a pretty look, I'm glad. I should really do it with my left hand so I'm not blocking my entire face and my mouth, but I can't. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna build up my outer corner again and try to just blend these two together. That is beautiful. Okay, take off my tape. Oh, I hate that part. Ugh. And I'm gonna take the bottom of my brush and just get my bottom of my eye. And then take another brush, and we're going into Invention again. And we're gonna put it here. It might have been smart to spray this brush. I don't know, I just kind of want to see what happens if I don't. Okay, so let me put on, I'm gonna do another liner. I like the liner, I think it looks nice. Liner and, not lashes, I don't wear lashes. Liner and mascara. Okay, I forgot to mention in the first look that I put a little bit of Spontaneous in the inner corner, and I am going to do that on this look as well. I think it just adds a little bit of brightness. I absolutely love when a palette has an inner corner shade. I mean, I can always pull out a highlighter and use it, but I like it when it's all in one. Okay, and I used a brown liner and black mascara for all of them. Okay, so here is look number 3 and 4. So here's 3. And here is 4. I'm gonna wipe these off. So far, this one is my favorite. 3. Let's see what happens next. Okay. It was funny, I went downstairs to ask my family again, which one they like better. And both my husband and daughter were like, they're different. I feel like they're different. We're just going to go with Nurture right now as a transition. And just, oh crud. I forgot to put on the tape. Okay, let me finish this and we will put on tape. I want it to look really nice, so we're putting on tape. Okay, we're doing halo eye again, and we're using black. Ooh, this is gonna need some blending. Wow, black really shows you how not good at blending you are. There we go. That one turned out, this is like my dominant hand, and it's actually not my dominant eye. I see better out of this eye, but it's the easier eye for me to do, if that makes sense. It's called Black is Black, but it's actually kind of nice because it's taking some building. Like, it doesn't just go boom, tons of color. It's kind of nice because that is intimidating. I'm gonna clean that up. I am Batman. Try to blend that in a little bit. And you know what? I'm using this multi-chrome shade, this Vision, because Vision will look really good on a black base. So this is why I'm using black with Vision. So my space in between my eye isn't as big as I want it, you know, as it could be. Trust the process. Trust the process. Let's, you know what? I'm going to spray. So one side has black, the other side I'm going to spray, and we're gonna put Vision on the brush and see if it works better with my fingers or with the brush. Let's do a little experimenting. It looks pretty good with the brush so far. And again, this is not an everyday look. This is a I'm gonna go party look, which I'm a working mom. So I'm lame. I don't party. You know what a party is for me? Going to bed early and reading my book. Anywho, but then I don't actually go to bed early. I stay up way too late reading, but that to me is a party. This is the look if you are going out on the town as Batman for Halloween. Boom! But I really like it. It's a smoky eye with a, what's the word I'm looking for? Now I'm going to use my finger just to see if we get some more pigmentation. What am I looking for? Smoky eye with a twist. Twist! Ooh, the finger does give more pigmentation. Okay, so you can use a brush or your finger, but I think the finger gives more pigmentation. Oh yeah, that is so cool. I like that. Okay, take these off. Whoa. I hate the tape. I love and hate the tape so much at the same time. It's such a good tool, but I hate peeling it off. Ugh. Okay, take my blender brush. Just kind of blend out the look here. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna add mascara. I may or may not do a wing. We'll see. I tried to zhuzh it up. I tried to do what they're calling like the siren eye right now, which is also kind of just a fox eye. So I have a wing, and I did the wing with Black is Black. So I have used every single one of these colors, and I'd say the one that I'm most disappointed in is Black is Black. It's not very black. It was hard to, like, I felt like it just got enough color on there to look messy, but not like I was intentionally putting black on my eye. Like, at first I was like, oh, this is good for building. But then I was building and building and building, and it just never built up. So the Black is Black I'm not super impressed with, but there's some really good shades in here. Obviously Vision is amazing. Vision looks stunning on my eyes. And I love Spontaneous. It's a really good inner corner shadow. It's absolutely stunning for that. And then Invention. This one turned out to be like a beautiful hidden gem. I got two really beautiful looks with it. So really happy. Am I excited that I got this palette? Yes. Yeah, I do already have the retro palette, but I think that this has enough different colors. Like the retro palette doesn't have an orange in it. So I feel like I'm getting enough with this. Also, to name that, it doesn't have any multi-chromes. This is amazing. I'm glad I have it. I wish I could have got it earlier and got a video up earlier, but it's a really great palette. And you know, the Sephora VIB sale is just around the corner. And I don't know when it is, but it'll be here anytime now. And then this would be a really good palette to pick up during that time. Okay, what do you guys think? Here is look number 5. That one's better. I feel like I did the inner part better. Like this one came really naturally. This part was, I had to zhuzh it a couple of times, but it's a new, this inner little wing thing right here. It's like it kept pointing up on that side. Like I had to intentionally try to point it down so that it would go, you know, down like that. But I really like it. You know what? Out of all the looks, I think that look number 3 was my favorite. I think it just was me. It is a look that I would go to. This is stunning. I think I look like a rock star. I feel like it's a really good palette because you can go from day to night. You can really look at this. You can get a really good night look, but you also, I got an everyday look that I would just throw on in a minute and go to work. So I think it's really a really nice palette. It is mostly, you know, neutrals, but with some fun in there. So I'm really excited to have this palette. I think it looks really good. I'm glad to have it in my collection. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, consider subscribing to my channel and click the bell to be reminded of my videos. And remember, most importantly, to be nice to yourself because you're amazing. Have a great day. Bye.